First of all, let us introduce ourselves. My name is Alif Rahman.
My name is Faisal Alfarezi.
My name is Muhammad Harun.
Today we're gonna talk about three different gender issue in Indonesia and other countries. The first is about patriarchy, and the second is about women in leadership and government, and the third is violence in women. So keep your attention and happy watching. Patriarchy refers to a social system where men hold primary power and influence in political, economic, and familiar structure. This system has historically shaped gender roles, often placing women in subordinate position. While patriarchy exists in many parts of the world, the way it manifests can vary greatly depending on cultural, religious, and societal context. Here is a comparison of patriarchy in Indonesia and other countries. Patriarchy in Indonesia. 1. Cultural and religious foundations. Islamic influence. Indonesia is the world's largest Muslim majority country, and Islam significantly shapes gender dynamic in many communities. Islamic teaching reinforces patriarchal roles, with men often seen as the breadwinners and women expected to take on domestic and caregiving roles. However, interpretation of Islamic teaching can vary widely, and there are progressive movements that advocate for gender equality. Traditional and ethnic norms. Indonesia ethnically diverse, and many indigenous cultures also have strong patriarchal norms. For example, in the Balinese culture, men traditionally have more authority in decision making, though the woman can hold important roles in religious ceremonies. Rural versus urban divide. Patriarchy is often more entrenched in rural areas, where traditional values are stronger. In contrast, urban centers like Jakarta have seen more opportunity for women in education, business, and politics, though challenges remain. 2. Gender roles in the family. Domestic sphere. In many Indonesian households, women are primarily responsible for child rearing, cooking, and managing the home. This reinforces the belief that women's roles are mainly in the private domestic sphere, while men are expected to provide financially and make important family decisions. Polygamy. Although polygamy is legally restricted and remains culturally accepted in certain parts of Indonesia, particularly in more conservative Islamic regions. This practice reflects patriarchal control over women's sexual and reproductive rights. Patriarchy in other countries. First, United States. Historical context. Patriarchy in the U.S. has roots in European settler colonialism, where male-dominated social structures were extended. While legal systems have evolved, patriarchal attitudes persist in areas such as the workplace, media representation, and family roles. Gender roles. In the U.S., patriarchy often manifests in the breadwinner model, where men are expected to earn money while women are expected to care for children and manage the home. However, modern-day gender roles are shifting, especially in urban and progressive communities. Reproductive rights. Women's reproductive rights have been a major battleground in the U.S., with ongoing debates around abortion rights and access to healthcare. Patriarchal views among conservative groups still influence policy decision and societal attitudes toward women's autonomy over their bodies. 2. Is India. Strong cultural and religious influence. India's patriarchal system is heavily influenced by religious and cultural norms, particularly Hinduism, which has long upheld traditional gender roles, with men are head of the household and women expected to be the subservient. Dowry system and honor. The practice of dowry, money, or goods given to the husband's family, and the concept of honor attached to woman's chastity and behavior are expression of patriarchy in India. These cultural norms often lead to violence against women, such as dowry killings or honor killings, sexual violence, and harassment. India faces high rates of sexual violence and cultural attitude toward women often blame victims. Patriarchal values are often cited as a factor contributing to these high rates of gender-based violence. 3. Saudi Arabia. Strict gender roles. In Saudi Arabia, patriarchy is institutionalized through laws that limit women's rights and freedoms. The country enforces a strict interpretation of Islamic law, Wahhabism, which dictate that men have the authority over women in both family and public life. Recently, some reforms have allowed women to drive and work in more fields, but the legal system still enforces male guardianship, meaning that the woman often need permission for a male relative, such as father, husband, or son, to travel or make certain decisions. 4. Sweden. Gender equality policies. Sweden is one of the most gender equal countries in the world, with policies that actively promote women's participation in the workforce and political life. These include parental leave policies, equal pay for equal work, and anti-discrimination laws. Changing roles. Despite these policies, traditional patriarchal values still influence aspects of Swedish society. For example, while women participate in the workforce, the expectation that women will be the primary caregivers for children persists in many families. In the conclusion, patriarchy is a global phenomenon, but its expression differs significantly across countries. In Indonesia, cultural diversity and religious influence shape patriarchal norms, while in countries like Saudi Arabia, patriarchy is more rigidly enforced by law. Sweden offers a contrast with progressive policies, although traditional gender expectations still affect family work dynamic. Each country's unique history, culture, and religion impact how patriarchy functions and how women experience gender inequality.
The second one, the role of women in politics and leadership in Indonesia and globally. Women's role in politics has come a long way, but many challenges remain, including patriarchy, gender stereotype, and legal barriers. Here's a summary of the situation in Indonesia and other countries. In Indonesia, figures such as Kartini fought for women's rights early on. Megawati Soekarno-Putri became Indonesia's first female president, 2001 until 2004. Although progress on gender equality remained limited. Current situation, women make up only about 20% of parliament. Cultural and religious norms continue to limit women's roles, particularly in rural areas. Policies such as the 30% gender quota for female candidates exist but haven't fully boosted women in leadership roles. Challenges: conservative religious views and social expectations often push women to focus on the family rather than public life. Women activities are active on human rights and environmental issues but face resistance compared with other countries. In the United States, leaders such as Hillary Clinton and Kamala Harris show progress. Women make up 27% of the Senate and 23% of the House of Representatives. Barriers, gender bias, unpaid care work, and harassment. In India, leaders such as Indira Gandhi have made an impact, but women's participation is still low at 14% in parliament. Barriers, patriarchy, violence, discrimination, and corruption. In Saudi Arabia, women have only been able to vote and run for office since 2015. Major restrictions due to conservative laws and culture. There have been some reforms, but women political participation is still very low, at 20% in local councils. In Sweden, one of the most gender equal countries, women make up 47% of parliament. Supportive policies such as paid parental leave and child care subsidies help. Other problems such as the gender pay gap remain. The global summary, key barriers: cultural norms, violence, and gender stereotypes. Gender quotas used in many countries, Indonesia, India, Sweden, but with mixed results. Success stories, countries such as Sweden and New Zealand, and leaders such as Megawati and Kamala Harris show progress, although challenges remain. For the conclusion, while significant progress has been made globally in advancing women's political participation, many barriers still prevent women from reaching leadership positions, especially in countries with strong patriarchal traditions. Other efforts, such as strengthening gender quotas, challenging cultural stereotypes, supporting women's education, and ensuring safe and inclusive political space, are crucial to achieving true gender equality in politics. The experience of different countries show that change is possible, but sustained commitment and reforms are needed to achieve lasting impact.
Violence against women, a global issue. Violence against women happens around the world, across all countries, culture, and social classes. It includes physical, sexual, emotional, and economic abuse. The root causes often lie in gender inequality, patriarchal system, and power imbalances. Violence against women in Indonesia. 1. Types of violence. Domestic violence, common in many households, including physical harm, verbal abuse, and financial concern. Sexual violence includes rape, material rape, and harassment. Many cases go unreported. Child marriage, still common in rural areas, often done to control girls' behavior or protect family honor. Human trafficking. Women and girls are trafficked for sex work, forced labor, or domestic service. 2. Cultural and religious factors. Patriarchal culture. Women are often seen as less important than men, making abuse seem normal. Religious view. Some interpretation of religion may justify violence, though many scholars are working to promote women's rights. Silence and stigma. Many women are afraid to report violence due to shame or fear of damaging family reputation. 3. Laws and enforcement. Indonesia passed a domestic violence law 2004 and a child protection law 2002. However, enforcement is weak, especially in rural areas. Many victims face barriers in getting help. 4. Responses and efforts. NGOs and women's groups provide shelters, counseling, and legal support. The government has launched awareness campaigns and police training programs. Public campaigns like 16 Days of Activism help raise awareness. Violence against women in other countries. 1. United States. 1 in 4 women experience serious violence from a partner. The Violence Against Women Act 1994 funds services and protection, but challenges remain, especially for women of color and those in poverty. The hashtag #MeToo movement highlighted widespread sexual harassment. 2. India. High rates of domestic violence, rape, and honor killings. Laws ethics, such as the Domestic Violence Act 2005 and Criminal Law Amendment 2013, but enforcement is inconsistent. Deep-rooted cultural attitudes make it hard for victims to speak up. 4. Sweden. Strong gender equality laws and low tolerance for violence. Even so, domestic and sexual violence still happen. The government supports victims through shelters and legal help. Challenges remain in immigrant communities where cultural values many differ. Conclusion. Violence against women is a serious global problem. Each country faces different challenges based on its culture, laws, and society. In Indonesia and elsewhere, tackling this issue means changing social attitudes, strengthening laws, and improving support for survivors. Ending violence against women requires long-term commitment from governments, communities, and individuals.
Okay, thank you for watching. We hope our explanation can expand your knowledge, and see you in the next video. Bye bye. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.